Hello from beautiful, sunny, modern Boston. I'm so excited to be here with you today to share the only two things you need to quit your 9 to 5 or to replace your income if you've already left, because there are just two. And you know that my thing is making things very, very simple. And so that's what we're going to do to break everything down for you today and help you take that next step forward toward replacing your income. So if we haven't met, my name is Christine McAllister. I'm the Huffington Post, Entrepreneur on Fire, and Business Insider featured founder of Life with Passion. And I am also the author of, where is it? Where is it? Wait for it. It's over there. Hang on. Here it is. Here it is. The Income Replacement Formula. 7 simple steps to doing what you love and making 6 figures from anywhere. And so I literally wrote the book on this thing, and I'm excited to share with you today the only two things that you need to quit your 9 to 5 and replace your income if you've already left. And I'm coming to you from a vacation with my husband. We're up in Boston, exploring New England, stayed the night in this like super modern suite in Cambridge near Harvard. Got to go out for a lobster dinner last night and walk around Harvard Yard and Square, which I absolutely love because England is my like soul place, and it looks a lot like Oxford where I studied a semester. So it's like, I'm back at home. There are so many books. Nerd alert. So what is making all this possible, right? What is making this trip possible is that I did replace my income and then some, and am able to, I have time, location, and income freedom for myself now. So I was able to take my husband on this trip. Just so much fun. It's my first trip away with him since my daughter was born 2 years ago. Much needed, right? So I want to show you what's possible, which is why we're here right now. And really it starts with recognizing and owning that there are only two things you need to quit your 9 to 5 and replace your income if you've already left. All right, just two. I'd love for you to say hi if you're watching live or on the replay, and I'd love for you to tell me where you are watching from as well, because I know we're scattered all over the place, and there's something that is really, really beautiful about running a business online where you get to connect with women all over the world. So thing number one, and this is probably the thing that you're more aware of. Thing number two, you may be less aware of. So stick with me. Thing number one is a clear and very simple executable plan. If you want to replace your income, you got to stop Googling everything. It's like going to Dr. Google, right? When you have some kind of medical problem, you're going to wind up completely freaking yourself out and thinking that it's something like absolutely horrible when it's probably like not. Have you ever done that, or done that maybe for your kid or your dog? I have. Thing number one is you need a clear, simple plan. And you might be like, yeah, duh, Christine, that's why I'm on Google. Like, I'm looking for the top 10 ways to get over procrastination, or how to move past your perfectionism, or like how to build a great YouTube channel, or how to get over XYZ thing that's keeping me stuck, right? But the truth is that the actual clear, simple plan is a little bit different for everybody. And you've probably heard me say this before if you've been around me much, but like there's so much noise and so many shiny objects in the online space about how like, this is the next new way to build your business, or like, I built my business in this way, and so that's how you should do it too. And like, that's not the path to a sustainable, passion-filled business, is just taking exactly what someone else did and trying to force yourself into that mold. And frankly, that's not the way, like, that's not even the point. It's just shiny, and it makes sense to our brains that have been trained to think like employees, because we're very comfortable as employees being told what to do. That's what we went through in school, is being told what to do. That's what we have gone through as employees, right? Here's your rubric, here's your job description, like this is what you should do. And if you do this, you will get this performance evaluation. But the thing is, that's not at all what being an entrepreneur is like. It's not at all what being an entrepreneur is like. When you're an entrepreneur, you make your own decisions. And so if you don't have a clear, simple plan and the ability to stick to that clear, simple plan, you are just going to find yourself waking up feeling stuck and overwhelmed every single day. And maybe even hiding out rather than actually taking action to build your business every day. Anybody ever feel that way? And does that make sense? I think my next book might be something about learning to actually think like an entrepreneur, since it's so not the way that we're trained, right? But think like an entrepreneur means having a clear, simple plan that's designed for your personality. And a lot of times that's challenging to figure out on your own because you're in your own jar and you can't read the label, right? Do you know the best way? Do you know what you really love to do? Do you know whether you love building relationships one-on-one, or being live on video, or posting on Instagram, or writing, right? Or going on podcasts, or whatever? Likely some of those things that I just said totally freaked you out, and maybe some of them excited you, and maybe you're feeling overwhelmed by all of them. Here's the thing. I have clients who built their businesses in every online way imaginable, right? And some of them have built online businesses, but they're in-person relationships. The point is, you need a clear, simple plan that works for you, not for someone else, because there are a million different ways to build a business. So what have you found? If you are at a point where you've gotten some traction in your business, whether it's a side hustle or a business that you're running full-time, but you're just looking to increase your income in, I'd love to hear what strategies have worked for you, because I just had a conversation with a client about this last week, where she was saying, well, Christine, you built your business to 6 figures in a year by going on podcasts and writing articles. And largely, like, going on podcasts was the big thing for me. And she said, so I have been trying to get myself to listen to some podcasts to figure out which ones I want to pitch. And it's been, I keep procrastinating on it. And I said, well, let's talk about that. Why? And what we uncovered together was that she doesn't really want to be on podcasts. She was just telling herself this story that, like, she needed to be because it's what I'd done. And I said, the only reason that worked for me is because I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I freaking love podcasts. And there are probably a lot of you who found me through podcasts because I love podcasts, and I've been on like over 50 at this point, right? Because I love it. But there are plenty of other things I don't love and don't do, and have learned what those things are along the way by taking action and by working with a mentor to figure out what those things are and have those things reflected to me and get myself out of my own jar, right? But the point is, it's different for everyone, and it's really, really helpful to have somebody who works in that way to help you find those things for you, and not just tell you, well, this is what I did, right? Like, my first coach had become massively successful by running Facebook ads. This is before Facebook Live. This is before Periscope. This is before any of that stuff, right? All she had done was she had hit a gold mine. All the stars had aligned for her. And this is her very first business. All the stars had aligned for her running Facebook ads. So when I made the transition to, I've been running my digital marketing company for 5 years. When I made the transition to becoming a coach, helping other people run their own businesses, because it's something I'd done several times, right? I honestly was naive and made a big mistake by not trusting myself and looking at the way I really like to build businesses. Because in my digital marketing agency, ironically, I never ran digital marketing ads to build my digital marketing agency. I'm really good at relationships. So everything was referral based. But I didn't trust myself when I started this company, and I thought I just need to do what she did because this is the path to massive success. Guess what? That didn't work for me. Even though I'm really good at running ads, because it was a digital marketing person for my clients, that didn't work for me because that's not the right strategy for me. So I haven't run ads, with an exception of like boosting a little post here and there, for almost 2 years now. And my business has skyrocketed. And the point is, it's not ads or not ads. It's not this or that. It's what's right for you. And if you're having trouble figuring that out, then that's where you need to look at getting some support to help you figure that out. Because when you get that support, everything changes really quickly. Does that make sense? I want to check the comments here. Hi, Melissa in Waco. Yay! Hi, Mary in Illinois. Love Boston. Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hi, Elizabeth. So you Google everything. Hey, Angela. Hi, Tiny. Good morning. Yeah. Hi, LaRonda in Detroit. Awesome. My dad's family's from nearby. He grew up outside Detroit. So I love Michigan. It's beautiful. And just up the road from where I live in Kentucky. So thing one is you need a clear, simple plan. And then you need to ask yourself, are you showing up for that clear, simple plan? How many of you are know that you're hiding out in some way right now? Like you can feel yourself holding yourself back or sabotaging yourself. I'd love to know, because I think often that's one of the things that we're like most aware of. It's like, I have this to-do list and I keep, especially if we're in a 9-to-5 or we have a busy life, you know, maybe both. It's easy for us to procrastinate, right? Oh, I really need to update my website, or I really need to put up this post, or I really need to follow up with these people, or I really need to this or that. But we find ourselves like totally procrastinating and keep continuing to put it off, or finding ourselves like, well, I had this whole day, or I had this half day or whatever that I was going to work on my business, and I look up and it's over, and I haven't actually done anything real and tangible that I can look at to move my business forward. Have you ever been there? I have. I used to be really like a professional at getting on Facebook and scrolling until I was like overwhelmed and numb, and therefore didn't get anything done. Or, you know, Instagram, right? Like, oh, I'll just look at what everyone else is doing. I'll grab that and I'll grab that. But then like I'll walk away, and 5 minutes later, I don't remember what I just read. Husband's going to get us breakfast if you heard the door there. Okay. Everyone is saying, this is me, this is me, this is me. Okay, good. So I've totally been there. And my story is that like, I tried to do this all on my own. In my 9-to-5, I knew that I wanted out. But like I spent a long time stubbornly trying to do this on my own. And I had these little things that I would cling to along the way. Like one of them was that when I graduated grad school, my mom and dad bought me a black pantsuit from Express to go interviewing in. And through my 5 years in the 9-to-5 world, even though I needed to dress professionally, as a professor who was 23 and teaching some of the same kids she'd been in school with, and then as a career counselor who was, you know, meeting with students, making presentations, at a big university, I had a professional dress code. I needed more than one suit, but I didn't want to buy one. Number one, because I wasn't making much. I was a teacher, you know, an entry-level professor, and I had horses and I had a house and all of these expenses, and like spending money on a suit to go to a job I didn't want to have was like antithetical to me, but also because it represented something. It represented me like buying into like being this professional employee that I didn't want to be. And so I made it through all 5 years of 9-to-5 employment on one black suit, because I just didn't want to be a person who had a wardrobe full of suits when I wanted to be at home wearing workout clothes and, you know, or wherever I wanted to be in the world. Does it make sense? However, the reason that it took me 5 years is because I didn't have a clear plan. And I didn't have someone to help me with thing number 2, which was the self-belief to carry out that clear plan. The self-belief to carry out that clear plan. When you get and stay stuck, it's most likely not a matter of you being capable. It's the story that you're telling yourself up here. It's the fear of failure. It's the fear of judgment. It's the fear of, what if this doesn't work out? For me, it was, what if I lose my house? What if I lose my horses? What if like I've been this person who's colored in the lines and like was this great student and got the scholarships, got the awards, you know, typical high achiever, right? Gets attention from achieving. I'm the oldest of four. And so that's how I got positive attention, right? And that's where I was comfortable. I was a good student because I just happened to be good at the things that they teach in school. And so I applied myself and achieved and got the positive recognition, and the cycle continued, right? So like, what if I disrupt that, become a person who doesn't do what everyone else expects of me? Are they going to be disappointed, right? I was a people pleaser. Like, am I going to be embarrassed? What are they going to think of me? All that stuff, right? So I needed someone to help me uncover my own confidence and believe in myself and build that confidence muscle. I needed both things. I needed the clear, simple plan, and I needed someone to hold my hand and kick my butt to carry out that clear, simple plan, develop the confidence, and to show up every day rather than scrolling, rather than getting overwhelmed, rather than finding myself getting online just to check in and then getting overwhelmed at what everyone else is doing, seeing the ads of people further along than me. Yeah, playing phone games, right? All of that stuff. And what I want you to know is, like, I didn't know at the time that that's what I needed. I wish if I could go back and tell my younger self something, it would be, go find somebody who looks like you. And by looks like you, I mean has what you want and is very relatable, and hire them to hold your hand and kick your butt all the way through it. Because you've heard me share that my first mentor was a guy who'd never had a job, who was amazing and still is, and is a dear friend, but also didn't get what I was dealing with, right? So there were certain things that I really got to learn from him, but not so much the self-belief and the self-confidence that like all of us high achievers struggle with, and a lack of self-belief. And that's what keeps us from carrying out every simple, clear plan that we opt into that promises us, you know, 6 figures in 6 minutes, right? Because at the end of the day, you're still building a business. It's easier than ever to build a business today, and it's easier to build a business online than in any other way. However, if you don't have those two key pieces of simple strategy and the support to gain the self-belief to carry them both through, to carry out the plan, you're not going to replace your income. It's that simple. It's that simple. And that is exactly why I created the Income Replacement Formula Live. And that is exactly why I'm so passionate about helping each and every one of you uncover that deep confidence, get out of your own jar so that you can see the label, and helping you find a clear, simple strategy and determine the exact strategy that works for you, so that every day you're not waking up going, what am I going to do today to grow my business? You know exactly what to do today to grow your business. All of that energy is put into implementing and carrying it out and being visible in a way that feels good, and making sales in a way that feels good, and building a sustainable business rather than it being a hobby, or rather than it being something you're trying, or rather than it being something that you're playing around at, rather than it being something that goes in fits and starts, where maybe you put a post out there and then you're like, oh, nobody, you know, my inbox or my calendar or whatever, based on what you're selling, didn't fill with one post, and people promised me that it would, so there's something wrong with me. No. If you have this desire to be an entrepreneur, you have it for a reason. And I am here, and you are here for a reason, right here, right now. I want you to check out the Income Replacement Formula Live. The early bird cart is only open for a few more days. And if you signed up for the masterclass that we had 2 days ago, you have an additional bonus option that you get, an additional bonus that you get when you sign up by 8 p.m. tonight. 8 p.m. tonight. So if you're watching this live, that's 10 and a half hours from now. If you join by 8 p.m. tonight, you get not one, but 2 bonus calls with me. 2 bonus one-on-one calls with me, normally only reserved for my private clients. And my current one-on-one pricing is $7,500 pay in full, or $1,497 a month for 6 months, because my clients get results, right? My clients get results. This is my zone of genius, is helping you uncover yours and helping you build a business around it in a way that feels good, in a way that feels fun, in a way that feels easy. Hello, the name of the business is Life with Passion, right? This is not just about replacing your income with another thing that might be your own business, but that feels as crappy as your 9-to-5 job does or did, right? We are about doing things like taking your husband on a trip if you want, right? Traveling, going wherever you want, working wherever you want, wearing whatever you want. So when I get off this live stream, we're going to go explore Boston, and then we're going to go, we're going to spend the afternoon, we're going to drive out to the coast, we're going to stay at a little Airbnb or a regular B&B in a fishing village, and eat more lobster, put more bibs on, eat more lobster, right? And just like explore this beautiful area and be present with that, because I have a business where I get to do both, because I love working. I love work, but I also love my life, and it can be both. So that's just an example of one day a business will continue to run as I go and play and explore with my husband, right? So yes, Ruth Ann, I need my confidence. I never thought of it like that, right? And one of the things that my clients say to me so often is like, I came for this strategy, but I left with not only strategy, so much more. I left with the confidence to carry it out. Because what we're really aware of is that we need a good plan as high achievers. That's where we're comfortable. Taking action is our default. We're always going to take some kind of action, right? Whether it's scrolling to make us feel productive, or doing the strategic thing that's actually going to get us clients and customers and money. We probably are all can say that we're pretty busy people, right? Whatever your stage of life, doesn't matter. My life has always been very full. I was always busy before I was married, before I had a kid, right? when I had a dog, when I had a horse, whatever. I always found plenty of things to fill my time. And chances are that you have too. But if you have this dream to run a business on your own terms, and you want to replace your income so that you can quit, or if you're already out, so that you never have to go back to the 9-to-5 corporate soul-sucking world that you don't like, right? And you have that dream of freedom, then that's exactly what I'm going to help you do in the Income Replacement Formula Live. Exactly. If you're watching this, you have access to these amazing early bird bonuses. 2 one-on-one calls with me when you sign up by 8 p.m. tonight. 2 one-on-one calls with me. It's a $600 value by itself. The Business Basics Bootcamp, which is my proven self-study course for helping you set up all of your foundation for a solid business so that you can do that before we get started. See what I did there? If you're like, I don't know what I want to do in my business, the Business Basics Bootcamp will help you figure that out, so that then you have the exact thing to work on inside the Income Replacement Formula Live. So like taking care of that for you. If you don't feel like you have all your systems and structures set up, the Business Basics Bootcamp is a self-study, so you can do it on your own time before we get started with the first call. Know Your Niche, which is going to help you uncover exactly who you serve, so that we can dive in and start creating messaging and everything and get you visible around that right away when we deal with this confidence and self-doubt stuff that's been holding you back. That's another self-study program you're going to get instant access to. And you're going to get a bonus orientation call, just those of you who sign up early bird, so that you can start to get to know each other better and get extra coaching before the program begins. So the link is in the comments, lifewithpassion.com/income replacement live. I want to help you with this. This is a 12-week group coaching program led by me, where you're going to get a ton of individual attention from me and at a fraction of the cost of working with me privately. You're also going to surround yourself with the most amazing women who are already in the program and are waiting to welcome you. So, quick story time. My husband and I are going to one of my business besties' weddings on Saturday. And we decided to come up early and explore the area and just make a really fun trip out of it. So I met this business bestie in my very first group coaching program. I met her, Emily Benson, some of you know her, in our very first group coaching program that either of us ever did anything like this. So we're both already entrepreneurs, wanting more, wanting to succeed, right? Wanting to grow our businesses. And we met each other in this group coaching program, and we connected, and we started like talking. You know, we discovered that we had the same birthday, November 17th. And even though we are like wildly different people and are in different niches, we just really connected and cheered each other on. And that first group coaching program was so transformational for me, and the relationships were one of the reasons. The results were amazing, right? Like in my first group coaching program, I tripled my income in just a few weeks, and I was able to take my husband on a 2-week trip I'm getting a little emotional thinking about this. I was able to take my husband on a 2-week dream trip to Europe, to England, which you heard me say I love, and to Italy. And I was really able to begin to build a business in a way that felt good to me, rather than just one that had that I was good at, but that wasn't like the thing for me. And so that's what I'm so excited to help you do inside the Income Replacement Formula Live, because all the strategies that I've been using to help people all over the world for the last several years to replace their incomes, and 75% of them who've come to me in jobs have quit their jobs. Not to mention all the people I've helped stay out who are already out. 75%. And I don't know any other coach who can say that. This is truly my passion. This is truly my life's work. And I want to help you in this way inside the Income Replacement Formula Live. So making it accessible by getting my support for the rest of the year. And the value of the course, when you add up everything that you get, which you can see on the sales page, it's a long list. Weekly calls with me, weekly office hours with me, weekly training modules, extra video support, and 8 guest experts who are killing it in their fields to help you with all the most strategic pieces that we're going to talk about along the way. I want you to have 0 questions when you leave the program. Have everything set up for you to continue to build on the momentum that you've created well into 2019. But you get my support for the rest of the year to replace your income and then some. So exciting. What questions do you have about the Income Replacement Formula Live, or about these 2 simple strategies, the only 2 things that you really truly need to quit your 9-to-5 and replace your income if you've already left? I'm going to check the comments here. Let's see. Oh, Melissa says, hi, Garrett. I'm sure he just got back. I'm sure he brought me something delicious for breakfast. Dunning says, it's a great story, very relatable. You going to say hi? Fresh fruit. Oh, thank you. Look, here's the handsome man. Thank you.
Bringing you breakfast.
Bringing me breakfast. What a guy. What a guy. All right. So to summarize, oh, and by the way, I forgot to introduce this chair. This is the only night we're staying in this hotel, but I've been calling it the Queen Christine chair because it's really tall. Queen Christine chair coming at ya. I want you to join me to recap the full early bird with the second bonus call with me ends tonight. So if you know you want to do this, join now, because this is when you get the most access, right? This is when you get the most private access to me that normally only my private clients get. This is when you get the self-study courses that you can start today so that you can dive right in and start getting results even before we start the program. Set yourself up for like the most massive success and get access to that bonus orientation call. You get private access. You get access to a private Facebook group as well with the other women in the group, so you can start to get to know them right now and maybe even find your business bestie before the program starts. Listen, if you are listening to this and you're watching this and you're like, I know I need a simple strategy. I know I need a clear plan. Please, please, please. I can help you with that. Like that. And number two, if you're aware that you need to overcome your self-doubt and your self-belief, that combination is my superpower. Simple strategy and self-belief. It's what I work with every single one of my clients on. That is the framework for replacing your income in a way that feels good, and to give you the confidence and the clarity to show up every single day knowing exactly how to build your business. It's exactly what I'm going to teach you in the Income Replacement Formula Live. Bonus, the full bonuses are that second 101 call ends tonight. Early bird is open for a few more days, but you want to get in on early bird if you're thinking about it, because that's when you get all the extra stuff on top of the $12,000 worth of value that you get inside the Income Replacement Formula Live. The cost for the program is $14.97 paid in full, or $5.97 for 3 months. And again, my one-on-one is $7,500 to work with me privately. So if you're thinking about, you want to get access to those same strategies that I work with my high-level clients on, this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. This is the fastest path to replace your income. And I want to help you do just that. The clear plan that's right for you, not for anyone else, but for you and your unique blueprint and DNA and the way that you want to build a business and your goals. And then the self-belief, because what I believe to be true is that you're already ready right now. You already have enough. You already know enough to replace your income. If you don't believe that, it's a confidence or a self-doubt issue, and I can show you why, and I can help you overcome that. So those two things inside the Income Replacement Formula Live. The earliest early bird, the biggest thing ends tonight. So if you're thinking about it, join us. If you have questions, feel free to PM me. And I hope to see you there, because really this is the thing. This is the thing that you need. The feedback that I get when I work with people on these strategies is that it works. Again, 75% of my clients who've come to me in 9-to-5s have quit as a result of our work together, not to mention all the people who are already out hoping they never have to go back. And the work that we do ensures they won't. Melissa says this program is amazing and you will get the results that you need. Come join the fun with us. I love that, Melissa. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining us. I'm going to go eat my breakfast, and then I'm going to go play in Boston and on the coast. So drop me a PM or ask a question here in the comments. If you have them, I want to answer them for you. And I look forward to seeing you inside the Income Replacement Formula Live. Have an awesome day. Bye.